What's up everyone, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be doing a Fortnite event tier list. I've always wanted to do one of these tier list videos for the Fortnite events, because obviously there's a lot of Fortnite events and I want to rank them really badly, because honestly it's just fun to rank these Fortnite events and battle passes and seasons. We're doing a battle pass tier list probably at some point in the future. Anyway, let's just start off with the first one, but before we do that we're going to just show obviously the categories. We've got best, great, good, meh / okay, and then bad. I can tell you all one thing, there's only going to be, in the best and bad category, there's only going to be one going into both of these, and I already know exactly what they are. So we'll just get straight into it. So we're going to start off with like the first event, the Rocket event in Season 4, and we're going to work our way up until the most recent event, Fracture. So the first event, I didn't actually play this event, but I know what happened in the event, because the events that I didn't play, I've watched them online, so technically I do know what happened, even though I didn't watch it in person. So this event was the Rocket event, obviously here. I'm just gonna put this event in good, because it was a decent event. It was a rocket, flying around the map, creating rifts, which I thought was really cool. I'm not going to talk about this event too much, because I want to talk about events that I'm only going to really talk about events a lot that I actually experienced. The first few events I didn't actually watch. I'm just not really going to get into too much. I think it was a decent event from what I have seen. It seemed like a really decent event. So yeah, that was pretty much it for that. Next we've got the Cube event in Season 6, when the Cube exploded the island and we went into the butterfly area. I'm putting this event in good as well, because it wasn't I wouldn't say it's great, really good, but I think this event was just decent. We had the cube exploding, and then we got sucked into that ultimate dimension, and there was just butterflies everywhere, and then it cracked a rift in the sky. We spawned back on the map, and Loot Lake Island was gone. I think that was pretty cool. It was when events were just starting to get really good, and it was Chapter 1 Season 6, I think this cube event happened, so I think that was pretty decent. Yeah. Next event we got is the Ice King event. I'm actually going to put this in. I know this is very controversial. A lot of people didn't like this event, and a lot of people couldn't get into this event. And it was a very short event. It just had the Ice King. The small Ice King broke out not the storm. He broke out an orb, which I thought was really really cool. Yeah. So that event wasn't really that. It was long. It was quite short, but I think it was really decent. I think it was good. So. Next event we've got is the Season 8 Unfolding event. I'm putting this event in. I'm gonna put it in great. Honestly, it was quite cool. The volcano erupted, destroying retail and tilted inside a polar peak, and also got to unvolt with any gun you wanted. We unvolted with the drum gun. Unfortunately, the countdown froze for me, and I couldn't watch this event. But I obviously know what happened in the event. I saw clips online, obviously. So I didn't actually attend this event. It didn't work. The event just didn't happen for me in my game, which is annoying. It didn't happen for a lot of people. Most people actually, I'm pretty sure, missed this event, so which is annoying. Yeah. So the next one is the Season 9 Roverse Monster event, which we're instantly putting right here in the best. I think to this day, this is the best event in Fortnite history. That no event has ever come close to this, I think. And I think Fortnite really need to, especially after the most recent live event, really need to go back to their old events and see what they did well, because this event was so good, and not any event happening after this ever came close to this. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think any event's ever come close to the Robust Monster event. I think it's still the best event in Fortnite history, in my opinion. It was just absolutely insane. It was so good. The robot versus monster battling, you had the robot and the monster just battling out. The monster trying to get the 0 point. The robot got the sword. He grabbed the 0 point, exposed it. They're having a massive all-out battle on the Fortnite map, which I just thought was so cool. The next event we've got is the Black Hole event in Season 10. I'm putting this event in great, because I thought it was good. It's definitely not as good as the Reverse Monster event, but I think it was really good. The rockets all flying around this time instead of just one rocket from Season 4. We had 7 rockets that were the 7, flying around rifts, rifting around the meteors. The meteor sucked into the rift, came out of the sky, crashed into the 0 points, exploded, pushing us all back, and then sucking us into a black hole, which I thought was really really cool. Yeah, so that was the end event. Next event we have the Star Wars live event. I'm putting this event in, honestly, meh, okay. It was kind of good to start off with. You had the Millennium Falcon fighting off TIE fighters, then it turned into a talk show for most of the event, and then it had a few TIE fighters getting destroyed at the end with Palpatine dialogue, so I think it was okay, but meh, it was very underwhelming. It looked like it was going to be really cool, but it was very underwhelming. Next we have this astronomical the Travis Scott event, which I'm genuinely putting this event in great. I think this event was so good. I think it's the best concert event we've ever had, in my opinion. It was just insane. Honestly, the Travis, we thought we were going to be on the stage. The stage, we get all pushed back when Astroworld reaches the stage, and a giant Travis Scott stands over the island performing for ages with loads of different songs. So the map gets flooded, the map's on fire. Then we're in space. It's just so good. It's such a good event. I think that was an insane event. Next, we've also got the Device event. I'm putting this event in great because I think this event was really, really cool. We had the storm getting pushed back by the Device, the tsunami around the map, and getting teleported in and out of the office. At the time we didn't know that, but it was actually the IO office. So I thought, and then the sharks, everything, just the tsunami itself, everything was just so cool. That it was a very cinematically very well thought out event. The next event we've got is didn't think we had. I think the next one's it's gonna be the Galactus one, isn't it? Yeah. I'm checking because I'm not I know I'm going for them in order, but the events aren't actually in order down here. That so I'm just have to look at them. Galactus one was next. I'm putting the Galactus one in. Great. I think the Galactus one was really good. We had Galactus was approaching the helicarrier. He destroys the helicarrier. We get jetpacks. The ruins gets obliterated. Rip the ruins. My favorite POI. The 0 points exposed, and we go into the alternate dimension again. I think it was the same alternate dimension as in the Season 6 event, but I'm not sure if it's the same or not. There's millions of battle bosses. We have to shoot all the drones, get close to Galactus, and it plays AC/DC music. And Galactus gets destroyed and sucked through a rift. I think that was a really good event. It was a really good one. Now, personally, I don't know why this event's here, because I don't think it really counts as a live event, because it was a single-player event, but it's a Zero Crisis event. I'm going to put this event in Met okay, because it wasn't really that good. It was the cinematic aspect of it was really, really good, but it was just a single-player event, so it didn't really feel that good, in my opinion. It was just kind of repetitive. We were just closing portals the entire time. It wasn't really that good. Towards the end, it got really good when the music got really intense and the spire was formed, but most of it was just kind of boring, and it was a single-player event. I don't know why this is even here, because I don't think it even It doesn't really count as a live event. These are live events, and this doesn't really count because it was a single-player event. It was an LTM you could play at any time for the first few weeks of the season, I think. So personally, I don't think this really counts, but yeah, I'll just put it there. Yeah, why not? Next event is Skyfire. I'm gonna honestly put Skyfire in really, really good. I think I'm not sure it's good or great. I'm not sure. We had we snuck through the. I'm gonna put it in good, honestly. We snuck through the mothership, and then obviously the cubes were revealed. The mothership explodes and everything. So I thought that was a really good event. Stuff I like the pace of we're in our cells, and we have to avoid the aliens, and then we get spotted. We have to run. The cube gets revealed, we turn it blue, and then we get pulled up into another room. It reveals there's hundreds of cubes, even the gold cube. Then the map's just getting destroyed, the mothership's exploding, even though when we went to Season 8, the map was actually fine. I'm actually going to put that in good, no, not good, sorry, great. I'm putting that in great. It was a really good event. I'm going to quickly do the Marshmallow event. I realised I just skipped and forgot about the Marshmallow event. I think the Marshmallow event was really, really good. I think it's still not as good, but for the time, we hadn't seen an event like that before, so I'm going to put, for the time it happened, I'm going to put it in good, because it was the first ever event we had. I think it was really good, I think it was a really, really thought out, a really well thought out event. I think it was really good, so yeah, it was a really good event. The cinematic aspect of it, the first ever time we had a concert like that, so I think that was really cool. I did realise I just skipped out another event that happened before Skyfire. The Rift Tour event. I'm going to put Rift Tour event in good, because I don't think it was as good as Travis Scott event. I know we had a few other artists towards the beginning, and then most of it was Ariana Grande, but I just think the Travis Scott one was better, because the artists for the first half of the event were decent, and I'm just not a huge fan of Ariana Grande music. I know there was lots I feel like the cinematic aspect of the event was really, really good. I think the cinematic aspect of the event was better than Travis Scott, but I think the music and Travis Scott's music for the Travis Scott event was better. I think Travis Scott's music is better, so I'm not a huge fan of Ariana Grande music, so I'm just going to put that in good. I thought, the first few bits we fought the Storm King, which I thought was really, really cool. Yeah, so that's the Rift Tour event. Next, we got the end event for Chapter 2. I think this is the best finale of a chapter event. We started off fighting the Cube Queen and all her forces with a pyramid, and then the portal opens in the sky, revealing hundreds of motherships. All the motherships start unleashing onto the island, will start to unleash on the island. All the mini UFOs, we had to fight off the mini UFOs, the caretakers, the zombies. Then we got underground. Sloane's about to execute Jones, and then Foundation shows up, saves the day, and then obviously the 7th hell parts. We go underground, we run through the IO base. It's collapsing and flipping over the other side, and then obviously we goes under, and obviously the caretaker breaks the glass open. We go into the water, we go up to the surface, we watch the map flip, and the tsunami come after the map flips. I think that was a really good event. I'm putting that event in great. I think that was a really, really good event. Collision's kind of like difficult, I guess, because it was good in aspect, like, you know, we were fighting loads of waves of IO tanks, we went under the ground, we fought off IO forces, and then we obviously end up killing Slow, and we freed the 0 point. But most of it was kind of repetitive, because most of it we were just going through constant waves of just shooting IO tanks, and then when we got to the ground we were just fighting off waves of IO guards. I think the second half of the event was better. The first half of the event, the second half of the event, we were just fighting a few waves of IO guards, and then we had to talk. And then we were talking to Sloan, and then it crushes the tank that Sloan's in, and then obviously we free the 0 points. I think the second half of the event was okay, but like the first half of the event was just kind of repetitive, just fighting off waves of tanks and blimps and stuff. So I'm honestly gonna put this event in meh okay, because I don't think this event was that great, to be honest. I think chapter 3. The one thing in Chapter 3, I think Chapter 3 just didn't do the events well. Chapter 3's events were just really bad, in my opinion. They weren't that good. Fracture, instantly putting a bad... Like, I'm going to get into it right now, why I think this. I don't know what Fortnite, right? I don't know what Fortnite was thinking with this event. I really don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what part of Fortnite, right, thought this was honestly a good idea. Okay, I just don't understand why I'm going to put my webcam on there a second. I don't understand why Fortnite thought of let's do an event where you got to do challenges for most of the event. This event was just, it was the only good part of the event was the bit where we were fighting the Herald, but that was through a cinematic cutscene, so we couldn't even physically fight the Herald. At least in the Chapter 2 event, we got to fight the Cube Queen. We didn't even get to fight the Herald, we just had to watch it all for like a 2-minute cutscene. And then the rest of the event, we were just running around doing challenges. And then the only other good part of the event was when the map was being formed through that the cinematic at the end of the event. So the only good parts of the event were the 2 cinematics at the beginning and the end. The middle part of the event, when we were actually doing gameplay, the gameplay part of the event, we were just doing challenges. I don't know what Fortnite was thinking. I really hope Fortnite see all the hate, because I could see it online. There was so much hate for this event. This event was hyped up so much. There was so much marketing teasers leading up to this event. It was hyping this event up like it was going to be the best event in Fortnite history. It ended up being the worst event in Fortnite history. So I really hope Fortnite really looked at this event and saw the controversy and just really, like, you know, understand what they did wrong and why the hell they decided to do this for an event. I don't know why. This, and it really disappointed me because I was so excited for this event. I was so hyped for this event, man. I was so hyped, and to see the event just completely flop and just be so bad, it was just kind of disappointing to see. It's just disappointing for Fortnite. It's just honestly ridiculous how bad this event was. I could go on for hours about how bad this event was, man. It was so bad. Not a single part of this event was fun. Honestly, I'm not going to say the cinematic part was fun because it wasn't even fun, because it just felt like we were watching a trailer. It didn't even feel like it was an event, the cinematic parts. It just felt like a trailer. Because the best part of the event was, the fact that the best part of the event is just the cinematic bit, which proves the event was bad. So that's pretty much all my opinions on the event, and those are all my tiers. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.